Thank you for watching our video. Please give us a big like, subscribe to our channel for new videos every day with amazing cars. Leave us your opinion in the comment section on the video. Thank you. The nearly 300 horsepower 2018 Sienna provides a tire-spinning surprise if you give it too much gas from a stop, but the Toyota otherwise delivers what you'd expect from a minivan entering its 8th model year without a major redesign. When the Highlander isn't big enough for your family and the Sequoia is way more money than you realized, the Sienna is ready to serve your needs. If you're more interested in a loaded 2018 Sienna Limited than the sportier u.s.a, does the Toyota still have what it takes to compete with updated rivals? Step inside, and you'll see that Toyota Ace is the most important test for any minivan: cabin space. There's a ton of space in all three rows, and considering I'm about 6 feet 4 inches tall, it's no small feat for any three-row vehicle to get a passing grade in the sit behind myself test. The backs of the second row seats are soft, which help make the third row seats more comfortable when your knees touch the seat backs, and the side windows are of a decent size, which helps prevent third row passengers from feeling too closed in. At some point, however, you'll stop playing with the limited trim second row captain's chairs with reclinable footrests and actually drive the 200.6-inch family hauler. What you'll appreciate with the 2018 Sienna Limited, but not on, say, the sporty u.s.a, is its great ride quality. Sure, it's a little too bouncy over freeway expansion joints, but the minivan is smooth enough everywhere else that it's a worthy trade-off. There's no real advantage to the slow ratio steering, which requires too much effort to control at lower speeds. Toyota says the Sienna's electric power steering system provides extra torque at low speeds to make it easier to turn the wheel, but we would like to see the steering updated to facilitate lower speed maneuvers. Once you leave the parking lot, the Sienna has just as much body roll as you'd expect from a non-u.s.a minivan, a feeling enhanced by seats that aren't quite as comfortable as those second-row captain's chairs. Toyota still offers the only all-wheel drive option in its segment, but when you pair the powerful 296 horsepower 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 with front-wheel drive, as most buyers will, the squeal of the tires will wake the neighbors if you give it too much throttle. More than one editor was caught off guard by this. In fact, Associate Road Test editor Eric Highlander had to finesse the throttle to achieve an as-tested 0 to 60 mph time of 7.1 seconds. That time puts the Toyota minivan mid-pack against the Honda Odyssey Elite, 6.9 seconds, Chrysler Pacifica, 6.7 seconds for the touring model and 7.5 to 7.7 seconds for limited, and the Kia Sedona, 7.8 seconds for our long-termer. As with the 2017 model, the 2018 Sienna pairs its updated V6 to an 8-speed automatic transmission that does its job well, though we did experience a couple instances where the transmission shifted a bit more relaxedly than what we expected with a moderately forceful application of throttle. For a minivan, the 2018 Sienna Limited performed better than testing director Tim Reynolds expected on our Figure 8 course, which measures driving characteristics such as acceleration, braking, cornering, and the transitions between them. Reynolds appreciated the Sienna's good balance on the skid pad, and like Highlander, he complimented the car's brakes. The 2018 Sienna turned in a Figure 8 performance of 27.7 seconds at 0.60 grams, average, which beats the Odysseys and Sedanas we've tested but falls just short of the non-hybrid Chrysler Pacificas we've tested. Thanks maybe to an extra 30 horsepower and a new transmission, the 2018 Sienna even outperforms the 2015 Sienna u.s.a on the Figure 8 course and by nearly a half second to 60 mph. The Sienna's safety technology has seen a serious upgrade since then. The 2018 model includes a full package of advanced safety tech as standard on every Sienna. That tech includes an automatic braking system, lane departure mitigation, and adaptive cruise control. Unfortunately, the latter system doesn't work below about 25 mph, which means it can't help with stop-and-go commuting as the best systems do. The 2018 Sienna's performance and safety tests is more important than that luxury, though, and the Toyota's safety ratings are satisfactory. The 2018 model gets a good rating, the highest possible, in 4 crashworthiness tests but only an acceptable rating in the small overlap front test on the driver's side. Along with an acceptable rating in the headlights evaluation, the Sienna didn't qualify for a top safety pick or top safety pick plus rating. The Honda Odyssey, Kia Sedona, and Chrysler Pacifica are rated 2018 top safety picks. The U.S. also rates ease of use with latch child seat anchors and gave the Sienna an acceptable rating. That's even with the Sedona and better than the Pacifica but not as good as the Odyssey. Like those 3 competitors, the Sienna avoided a collision in the U.S. 12 and 25 mph automatic brake tests. Where the Toyota excels beyond those cars is that every Sienna includes automatic emergency braking tech standard. It's not standard on the base models of the minivans from Honda, Chrysler, and Kia. And that's where everyone's subjective idea of value comes into play. Before considering regional incentives, the Sienna can't compete on base price with the Kia and Chrysler. If it's a stretch for you to consider a vehicle beyond $32,000, try the Sedona or Pacifica. The 2018 Sienna's sweet spot in terms of trim might be the 8-passenger XLE. A $37.985-2018 Sienna XLE loses the 7-passenger interior layout, which is more desirable for easy third-row access, but it avoids the rougher ride of the SE model and has a number of useful features, such as power sliding side doors and hands-free keyless access with push-button start, not all found on the L or LE trims. Our Sienna Limited tester stickered at $45,060, adding a wonderful second moonroof that brings light to the second and third rows, laminated front row side glass, new for 2018, attractive multi-spoke 18-inch wheels, power folding third-row seats that disappear into the deep cargo area if you hold a button in the tailgate for a few seconds, and the neat fold-out footrests for second-row passengers. Although I appreciated those footrests and the soft perforated leather, a few drawbacks perhaps related to the Sienna's age start to become a bit less acceptable at the $45,000 price point. At that price, for example, the power liftgate should function when you push up gently on the liftgate, and not just when you're using your key fob or pressing a button from inside the car. Also, the helpful Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone connectivity features aren't available, and the Sienna's 7.0-inch touchscreen isn't as large as the largest screens available in any of its competitors. That's not a huge deal, and neither is the fact that the Sienna doesn't offer a tire pressure monitoring display that shows a PSI for each tire. No vehicle will offers every option you want at the price you're willing to pay, but if I were interested in a $45,000-$50,000 minivan, I'd probably stick with a competitor to get hands-free sliding side doors, Chrysler, the awesomeness of having an integrated vacuum, Chrysler and Honda, a surround view camera system, Kia and Chrysler, or ventilated front seats, Kia, Chrysler, and Honda. As in LE or XLE, however, the picture is a bit brighter. The 2018 Toyota Sienna rides well over that huge pothole you didn't see and has the interior space no similarly priced Highlander ever will. Throw in the standard on every trim automatic emergency braking technology, a feature you'll want to have but hope to never use, and the Sienna is worth greater consideration. The Toyota's safety ratings aren't quite as good as the Odyssey, and I personally think the Pacifica is more attractive, but the Sienna still earns its place in the Toyota lineup as a spacious alternative to less practical crossovers. Thank you for watching our video. Please give us a big like, subscribe to our channel for new videos every day with amazing cars. Leave us your opinion in the comment section on the video. Thank you.